welcome to the second installment of I'm at my parents' house, so I can't be too overly loud. And yeah, I'm basically going to be doing ASMR. And in this ASMR episode, we will be talking about the World War III that's been going on, or I should say, rather, the World War III allegations that have been going on the internet recently, and yeah, I'm going to do that. So yeah, it's our first war. Well, it's my first war. I don't know about y'all. So how y'all feeling? How we feeling? We nervous? I'm nervous, but yeah. Okay, I guess that's it with me being funny for the moment because number one, the first thing I want to do in this video, the first thing I want to talk about in this video is the fact that World War III is not going to happen. Number one, you aren't going to get drafted. None of that nonsense is going to work. And anybody who's saying that is the case is a fearmongerer and just wants you to feel fear for whatever reason, for views, for clicks, for whatever. You know how news sites are. They will use propaganda as easily as we breathe. So that's number one. All of that is fear mongering. We're not going to war. We're not going to. There's not going to be a draft, so we can calm down there. But specifically, what I want to talk about is even if there isn't going to be a war, because the American military is so freakishly overpriced, overpaid for, that Iran definitely does not want a full military thing going on. So that's number one. But even though that's the case, it is still very, very scary. We're living in a very, how do you say, uncertain world right now. And for most people, if you're not a murderous psychopath, the concept of a war is very, very unappealing, to say the least. So, yeah. And, mostly, I think a lot of younger people like myself get the news from, unfortunately, we get the news from social media and we get the news from things like TikTok and, God, hopefully not Twitter, but probably Twitter for some people. So, yeah. So a lot of things can get lost. A lot of nuance can get lost because social media only cares about clicks and views and shares and stuff like that. So I want this video to be kind of like an unbiased thing that's going on, not not from a particularly, not from an expert or anything. Again, I am just a guy recording in his parents' house while visiting. But yeah, a more nuanced thing coming right up. So number one is, while yes, there isn't going to be a war, um, the orange man in office right now doing whatever he wants is still very, very scary. Not as like a foreign thing. Like rest in peace to those soldiers in Middle East right now. Rest in peace to them. But I think more importantly than a theoretical draft is what the current democratic response is right now. I think that's significantly more important because because yeah, an actual war isn't going to happen. So we need to more specifically worry about what is going to happen as a democracy in our country, where is America going to right now in terms of all of this money that's going to Israel, all of this, like all of these bombs going to Israel, and now more recently, America stepping up to like warn Iran off from bombing Israel. And I think any person, any concerned American would be very worried about how America is so focused on another country, and not just another country, but another country which is approximately the worst. So it's like a lot of our worries as a country seems to be like foreign like foreign nations, and that should be really really scary that we are selling out like billions of taxpayers' money to what, like, allow us to die in war for Israel. Who wants to die for Israel? Like, come on now, you guys. Like, this is scary more than a war. More than a war. I think that the idea that we're sending all of this money, all of these like arms and armor to Israel, arms as in like bombs to Israel, is scary. It's scary. Why is America so focused on Israel, right? And I can tell you the answer to that, and it's because Israel doing a lot is paying America. Maybe not monetarily, but ideologically, Israel is like significantly in line with the current American compass. At least, our leaders are very aligned towards Israel's goals, and that is what they get from sending all this money to Israel. And that's the worst part here. That's the problem. I think Iran is definitely like it's we've the Iran excuse with like the fact that they're making nuclear weapons, which they are not. That is stupid. And you can tell that it's stupid because uh, this same rhetoric has been going on for like 30 years now. And if I allow myself to laugh and kiki right now, like even if Iran did have nuclear weapons, why would they put them in the nuclear spots? That doesn't make any sense. If you were to hide nuclear weapons from the world, why would you put them in the nuclear spot? Like if you wanted to hide a fork, why would you hide it in the fork drawer? You know, that's how you know it doesn't make sense. But anyway, yeah. So there is no war. There will not be a war, but there probably are going to be a lot of movements on the ground. There's going to be a lot of ground troops, I think. So yeah, the idea that there's going to be war is fear mongering. Number one, and number two, I don't want to strictly put it all on fear mongering because yes, it is fear mongering mostly, but I think a lot of people need to realize is that orange man in office right now, Donald Trump, is a narcissist and has already done things that are incredibly unhelpful and incredibly short-sighted, like already. So I don't think you can count Donald Trump out for making, how do you say, terrible decisions. So I think there needs to be a lot of watching, uh, lots of like I don't know. We just need to be prepared for anything right now. We are in an incredible, like, incredibly, Jesus, we are in an incredibly, like, continuous position, and kind of the whole world is, like, holding their breath because all of the narcissists who rules these nations are, like, having a dick measuring contest. So, yeah, yeah. Uh, I think that's all I wanted to say. Again, I can't really make my 30-minute long videos because my parents' house, and yeah. So, if you liked this video, if you liked the reassurance that there isn't going to be a war because you have anxiety or something like that, well, here it is. And if you do like the video, I would implore you to subscribe, like, and comment. I know my other ASMR video got the most views on my channel, and I'm kind of hoping to rehash that partial success. So, yeah, uh, more good stuff coming next week. Thank you for listening. Bye.